If you've seen those moody studio portraits and wondered if you can achieve them at home, well, here you go, we're doing it right now. So how are we doing it? We've got a softbox here, and I'm sitting very, very close to it. Jane is exposing with the video camera for the highlit side of my face so it doesn't burn out, which then allows this side to go dark. In this environment, because it's not very big, some of the light that's coming from here is bouncing off this white wall to my left and coming back, which is why there's still a bit of detail going on that side of my face. More on that in a minute. But first off, this moody side lit thing. Why is there such a huge difference here? Well, there's very little light in the room to begin with, but also it's down to the way light behaves. The closer you have your subject to the light source, the harder the difference between light and dark will be. And it's because light doesn't sort of fall away in proportion to the distance. If you take a light meter reading from this at 4 feet and then take another at 8 feet, the light won't have halved. It will have fallen off dramatically to what it was at 4 feet. I can't remember the maths of this or how it works, but it's called the inverse square law, and if you really want to find out, go and Google it and you'll learn all about how light falls off as it travels further away. But if you look at my hand here, if I put my hand close to the light, you should be able to see that this side of my hand is very bright and this side is very dark. And right down the middle here, there is quite a hard line between the lighter edge and the darker edge. As I move my hand further away from the light source, that hard line here should be getting softer. The difference between this bright side and dark side is subtly altering. And that's because the light is more even over here. We're a little bit further away from the light source. It is falling off more slowly. Whereas when we're over here, it's falling off very, very quickly, causing that very bright, very dark sort of an effect. Okay, so that's the science. That's kind of how it works. Notice also we're only using one light, but let's get into the practice of how you can utilize that with a camera. And for that, we're going to need our lovely Tasha back, who is very long-suffering indeed. Tash, hello, mate. Right, have a seat. Now, this is going to be difficult for Jane to film because I'm going to be moving in and out of pools of light here. As you can see on Tash's face, it's just like it was with mine. It's a very, very moody sort of a look. How do you meter for this? How do you expose for this? You obviously couldn't do this on an auto exposure setting, and as with all flash work, you've got to meter it with a light meter. So let me go and grab mine. Let's see what we have here. So my light meter's all set up. I've got the ISO set in there. I put my flash sync speed in there. It's set on chord. To meter for something like this, you need to set the exposure for the highlights. That's this side of Tasha's face, not this side. You're not going for an average between the two. If you try that, this side will be too bright and this side will be too dark, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is measure the light, sorry Tash, come on this side, on this side of Tasha's face. And I'm going to point the light meter, if you're my camera, I'm going to point the light meter not straight at you, but kind of in between the light source and the camera. Close your eyes, Tash. I'm going to close mine, I promise. There we go. Huge amount of lights thumping out of there. I can't get an aperture that small. So I need to turn the light down a bit. Let's whip that down. There we go. I might take that down too. Let's just take it down 1 and see what happens. I was getting an aperture reading of f40 then, and I can't do that. So, once again, point that at kind of an angle, close my eyes. f22, I'd like to go a little bit lower because the lens behaves a little bit nicer. I think I can go down another one. Can you still see, Janie? Because I know it's getting dark. Okay, and once again, point it at an angle and f16. I couldn't really get it much lower than that, could I? What I can do, you can see this on Tasha's face, but I'm just going to turn the modelling light on full blast because then Jane can see to film me. The modelling light was dropping as I changed the power on the flash, but I can change the power on the flash, but leave, if I can get at the switch, there we go, modelling light on full blast. Now you can see us better. f16 is my aperture for the camera. So let's go, let's just pop that down there. As always, when I'm doing this, I'm firing the flash through my little pop-up, which is set at a 50th of manual output, and there's a slave on top of the flash. f16 is the aperture which we recorded. So that's where I'm going to begin. I've set f16 as my aperture. Right, Tash, this needs to be a little bit moody, so get your hair over one eye or something. Just kind of, you know, think about this as well. It just kind of looks pretty good. That's good. Yeah, I like the way you're turning your head that way. Try and get a bit more hair over your eye, I think. So we've got one eye and a... That's it. Hang on. I'm not very good at doing hair, am I? There we go. A little bit like that. Just there we go. We've got a little sneak of an eye peeking out. Cool. Right, I'm going to go a bit lower here. I want to look kind of straight at Tasha. Well, not too low. Here we go. Focus on Tasha's eye. That's really cool, Nat. And... yeah, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good moody sort of a look, isn't it? We've got a nice dark side on her face. I could make those shadows a little darker by reducing my exposure. Now I'm on f16. I said I didn't want to go to f22, but I'm going to try a shot at f22. I'm not going to remeter this. I'm just going to change my aperture and go to f22, the minimum one. That should make those shadows darker. Hopefully there's enough detail in the highlights to maintain it. That's really cool. I'm going to go higher this time. Nice one, Nat. Yeah, that's even darker still. I quite like that. I think that's quite a nice look. It's very moody, it's very dark. But look at the background in the picture. That white wall over here, it's gone grey, hasn't it? Why is it grey in the picture when you can see that this is a white wall? Is it particularly white in the video, Janie?
Depends on my exposure.
Yeah, exactly. And that is the key. It's the exposure. Remember the thing with the hand and the light falling off. Tash is very close to the light, so there's tons of light just here. But as we move away from the light source, it's falling off incredibly quickly. With the wall over here, that's quite a long way from where we're metering. And that is what has made this white wall go grey. Janie, can you expose for the white wall just for a moment, because that will make Tasha completely overexpose. Give me a nod when you're there.
Yeah, about there, I reckon.
Okay, so there we go. We've got a nice white wall, but Tasha, by the light source, is completely overexposed. This is about exposing for the area, expose for the highlights, and let the shadows go black.